It would help if I added myself to the screen. Good morning to you. Carl Munson here of expatsportugal.com, pretending not to be tired. First thing Mia said to me this morning, who's joining us just in a moment, it was like, hola, bon dia, tudo bem? Carl, are you tired? No. Yes, actually. Yes, I've got a good reason. I have good reason. It was, of course, the final of the best place to live in Portugal last night. And we had in the ring, in the red and blue corners, respectively, Jerry Lawler, our very own Jerry Lawler from Expats Portugal, representing Central Portugal. And he was up against Michael Heron, who was representing Lisboa and the Tagus Valley. And guess who won? If you go to our YouTube channel, actually, subscribe here, you will see the poll there. The result went to Central Portugal, but only just in a kind of Brexity way. I think at the moment it's something like 55-45, but it was a great evening and we had a lot of fun. And thank you to everybody who was part of that webinar. And I will be popping it up online probably later today. I think it needs a bit of post-production on it, but I'll be putting that up there so everybody can see it. Great fun evening. And of course, thereafter, sampling this on your behalf, the Ortigão Coleta, my next door neighbor. I can look out my window and that's the vineyards I see produced the grapes for this wine, and that was great to try last night. Although our actual featured wine was Criterium, thanks to Doc and Leona in Leiria, and the Lisboa region wine, DOC wine. Everyone had a great night last night at the Good Morning Portugal Wine Club as well. So let's, if you were whistling earlier on, you'll be singing as well. I'll tell you why in just a moment. And let's say a few hellos to people. But before we say hello to all the community here, let's say good morning to Mia Esmeriz, his name I never pronounced correctly, I suspect. Is Esmeriz. Yes. And how are you this morning? Tudo bem, Mia?
I'm very well, thank you. Tired as well.
Oh, yes, of course you are. Because actually, before we get started, let's tell everybody why you're tired. You're looking after two little kittens at the moment, right?
Yes, I have two babies here at home. Not human babies, but little tiny orphan cats that I collected from the street, or I picked up from the street because their mother got killed the other day, unfortunately. And this is a big problem here in Portugal. There's a lot of stray cats and cat colonies, and I'm helping to neuter and castrate the cat colony next to my house. And so it's a bit sad because for those of us who like animals, it's sad because there are always more cats being born there, and then they get sick or they get run over or their mom dies, and then it's a real problem. I already had 2 years ago 5 baby kittens here in my house as well for a long time. And they eventually got adopted. One of them is with me. And now I have 2 more, and they are this size, literally like this size. They are like 400 grams, one not even.
And you're feeding them, are you? Having to get up?
I have to give them the bottle every 3 hours, just like a human baby.
Oh, wow. Amazing. So Mia's cat rescue, what did you call it? Your cat colony? No, not my cat colony. You said the cat.
Not my cat colony. No, you mean like the cat colonies are those, I think you say it like this also in English because I've seen it. In Portuguese, it's colônia de gatos.
See.
So it's more or less the same thing. It's like, when cats are congregated somewhere, they stay there in this place, and then basically they eat there because someone gives them food, and so they're just always there. But then the problem is that they mate between them, like they have children, and then it's more and more and more, and it's impossible. And there are a lot of people here that give them food, but no one has taken into their hands to neuter or castrate the cats. So I thought, okay, I'm going to do this. This is my way of helping instead of also giving food, because they don't need it at the moment. They have plenty.
Yes.
But like, I think most importantly, I mean, giving food is also very important, but it's very important to castrate and neuter them. So I'm doing that. And yeah.
Okay, folks, she's not literally doing that. She's
No, not myself. I'm having someone do that. Yes,
There's
I'm
no
not.
end to your talents, but I think yes, you're basically you're getting in a fundraising position, aren't you, to do so? And
Yeah.
that's
So the
absolutely the right
thing
thing
is,
to do.
yeah. Sorry. So the thing is, like, here in Portugal, there's no funds for animals. Almost, I don't know if people know this, but it's very hard. Like the government, unfortunately, this is one of the things I don't like so much in Portugal. Everything else I love, not
Mm.
everything else, but like there's not a lot of animal welfare conscious somehow. And so I am with an association for animals, but they don't have a lot of money. So what they do is they come, they pick them up, they put them in the vet, and then they release them again. But I have to find the funds to actually pay for the vet bills, which
Yeah,
are
yeah,
low because it's are low for each cat, lower than they would normally because of the association, but still I have to pay. And there are like around 20 cats in there still needing to be castrated or neutered. So
yeah.
yeah, I have in my Instagram learn EU Portuguese, by the way, for whoever wants to follow me. I
Sure.
normally post about Portuguese and Portugal in there, not about cats. But right
Yeah.
now, I thought it would be a good thing because I linked the Animais de Rua, which is actually the association that is helping me, so that people can donate and it goes directly to them. So I have nothing to do with it. And even if we would reach the goal or surpass it, it doesn't really matter because they always help animals. So anyways, it's for a good cause, and they are always doing this all around. So
Oh,
anyways, if anyone wants to help, that's a good way. And if you don't have Instagram, you can always email me.
okay.
You have my email as well, and I'll
I
give you
will.
another way to help if you want.
That's
all
wonderful.
all
Yeah.
help are welcome. And I have
Well,
a lot of videos of the kittens, and I'm teaching Portuguese while preparing the baby bottles. I'm saying, isto é biberão, isto é o leite em pó, agora vou misturar. So it's a good
oh,
exercise as well. And you can see the kitties in my Instagram.
you are
So,
like a Mary Poppins, Portuguese Mary Poppins.
no.
The
I
little,
just love animals, so yeah.
yeah.
I have
Well,
to help.
also, so your Instagram address is there at where did I put it? At Learn EU Portuguese as one
Learn.
way
Yes.
to find out about what Mia's doing with the cat colony next door and how you can help with that. And then also, if you want to email Mia, it's Mia at learn-portuguese.org. How lovely! And if they wake up, we might get to see them, but obviously we're not going to disturb them. They're in a very important sleeping and growing phase at the moment.
Yeah, that's all they do. Eat,
So the
pee, go to sleep, do it all over again after 3 hours. They are super cute.
an enviable lifestyle, absolutely. A bit like some expats I know. Oi, 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 bon dia, sun today. He says, hey up, Ian, from Hertfordshire in the UK, off for our constitutional catch you later. Saying hello to say goodbye there. We'll bring Ian back sometime soon to do our Growing Old Disgracefully. He is an athletics coach, but don't worry. Just as Mia's teaching us Portuguese, he's going to teach us how to stay fit and well. There's also a link in there if you want to just jump straight in and learn Portuguese within Mia's system. Then click on that link and just immerse yourself. I think there's a pretty good offer there as well. So investigate that. At the very least, sign up for the free course. But I think you can get a bit of a bargain if you use that link this morning. Paula Louise, hola, bon dia todos. Look at this, Mia. Things have changed here, haven't they, since you first started visiting us?
Yeah.
Well hot for the UK at the moment there. So that's good news.
Hoje está muito quente.
Yeah. Is that not what I said? Okay.
No, I was just correcting a little bit.
Go on. Let's break that down.
Hoje está muito quente.
Okay, so hoje as in today. That will have an E on it as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's an E and not an A, but yeah. Hoje
Está.
está, because you always use the verb estar, because we have two to be's, just to be more fun, you know. We have the estar and we have ser, but estar is for kind of temporary things. You use it for things that are something, but just temporarily. And what's more temporary is there than the weather, right? So you say hoje está quente.
Hoje
Maybe tomorrow is going to rain. So we have to use the verb estar.
está. And I think it does that. Is that a little bit of a clue into the Portuguese psyche as well? That you have two ways of saying to be. One is for the temporal and temporary. The other is for the absolute truth. Maybe.
Well,
It's the Portuguese
yeah,
philosophy.
kind of. There are no. I always say this. It's funny that you say when I'm teaching this topic. I always say, well, we can't say what's forever, right? But at least what we assume it's gonna be for a longer time, right?
Oh, I
Which
see.
is
Very philosophical. Okay, excellent, excellent. When I'm speaking really good Portuguese one day, I'll remember that, and I can imagine myself sitting outside drinking a cafe, and maybe once in a while smoking a French cigarette and using these various forms of to be or not to be in Portuguese. Might
that
give
is the question.
Yes, indeed. And then it sounds like the Portuguese language is perfectly suited to that for asking that question on a balmy evening. Paul Richards is here. Greetings from Harrogate, sunny in Yorkshire again. Good for you, Paul. Actually, I must say, I meant to say yesterday when I saw you on the webinar, you were looking very sun-kissed. Morning all. From an overcast East Algarve. Good morning, Elaine. How are you? Although we have a sunny and positive mindset, of course, anyway. So always sunny in a sense in the Algarve, where Elaine is anyway. How are you doing, Mark? Recovering well, I hope. Good morning to all from Mark in Australia. Here we go. Look, this is the first mention of it. And I would like to join with you, Ginny, in wishing Gary Austin a mainstay of our community here. Parabéns, meu amigo. Yes.
Parabéns.
And in your honor, Gary, we're going to learn how to sing happy birthday today, because as we
Actually,
know, sorry, go on, Mia.
I was gonna say, actually, today is also my best friend's birthday. So yeah, it's a good day for doing this.
It is, and I'm going to pop the lyrics into the comments at the moment, so you can have a quick scan of those, and very thoughtfully with a little brackets there to insert the name of your friend or for Gary. And we will be singing that. We'll be learning how to sing that later on. So don't be afraid. Even if you're, you know how I encourage you to sing, everybody. It's good for you. And even if you're alone, we want you to be singing Parabéns a você at home this morning. And we'll break down all the lyrics because it'll be a great way of learning a bit of Portuguese too. And it will help people, because this is a very embarrassing moment for a lot of expats, I think. Yeah, you go to someone's birthday party. So you experience some Portuguese hospitality. Oh, you must come round. It's so-and-so's birthday. And then the cake might come out in the moment to sing happy birthday. And it all begins, isn't it? Parabéns a você. And then all the expats have to go. Parabéns a você. And like it goes on forever. It's like it won't stop as well. So we'll help you with that today.
That's true. It's a very long song.
It is. It is. I think the Portuguese have added some extra special lyrics in there.
Yeah.
We will be discovering those today. Bon dia from a currently overcast Pavor de Vagim over up in the north where you are, Mia, this morning. How's the Porto weather this morning?
Yeah, it's also very cloudy and kind of rainy.
Okay. Okay. Roella 1122. Greetings from Columbus, Ohio, in the USA. Good morning. Here to learn some Portuguese. I hope this morning. Milda is here as well. Bon dia, alegria. Bon dia from Caroline in Russia. Paul, so good to hear you have a sunny day. Treasure it. In England, treasure those sunny days.
That when here is cloudy, I have this theory.
Go on.
Here is cloudy, in England and the northern countries is sunny. It happened to me all the time.
You've got a point there.
Yeah, because I think it's about the anticyclone. I don't know how to say that in English, but from Azores that it moves. So when it's more up, it's gonna be sunny here, I guess. When it's more vice versa. I don't know, but I always notice this, that when it's sunny there, it's not sunny here, and vice versa, kind of.
I think people will agree with you, because when people, expats here, certainly the British ones, are boasting about how great it is here, that happens a lot that way around. And then like with Paul, he's saying today, "Oh, hi, it's sunny here today," and yeah, and I look out my window, it's raining. There's
Mm.
truth in that, and they get the occasional 2 or 3 days a year where they're able to say that. Bon dia a todos, de California, from Virginia Larson. Good morning to you. Bon dia from Idiania Avelia. That's from Maria Caldera da Souza, and Velia, of course. Am I saying that correctly? Is old, isn't it?
Velha is old,
Yeah.
yes. And
So
I want to correct you in one thing that I always hear expats saying as well, which I can understand. This name, the last name of this lovely lady, is not Souza.
is
It's
it not?
Souza.
Souza. Okay, excellent.
Yeah. Just because it's a very common name in Portuguese, and I always hear people saying Souza instead of Souza. There's like a diphthong sound in there.
Ah,
So,
I don't think I think I don't pronounce diphthong right either, given how you just said it. But anyway, well, that's
no,
probably another matter
you
altogether.
you did pronounce it well the second time, Souza.
Souza. Okay, well, in the UK, people with the family name De Souza, that's how I've been brought up to hear it. So, I will remember that now. De Souza. Sorry, Maria. Desculpa, Maria.
I think she doesn't mind. Maybe she even says it like this. I'm just saying the Portuguese way
Yeah.
for the name is Souza.
Okay, very good, good. And I'm very glad for you to do this, and I hope my community here are very glad that I take these bullets on their behalf, as I get corrected. But please do, whenever you hear anything errant like that, step in. And Frank's here as well. Bon dia todos. A very happy birthday to our buddy Garvo Austin. Yes, stand by. Don't go anywhere, Gary, because we're all going to be singing to you soon. Well, thank you, Mark. And not quite Portugal. They'll hopefully arrive in Portugal in May. Sitting cross-legged. I can't. So often I have to try and remember what we were talking about. That produced such comments. Mark will let us know. Bom dia a todos. Presencia. Oh, absent and present, friends, from Dona Graça this morning. So bon dia. Igualmente, I should say to you, Graça, this morning. And thank you for joining us. Oh, what was that?
I'm here. I don't know what happened. Just disregarded it.
Yes.
My camera went for a walk and came back.
Okay, so here's another little bit of pronunciation for us. Would that be IRA here in Portugal? The Animal Welfare Organization.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's what? It's a similar thing to the organization you were talking about. You can take animals along for neutering.
This IRA. You must join yourself with IRA. I don't know. know.
All right, so that's there's another option possibly there. Tell us more, Maria, about that. And Gary Spudlick was up early this morning too. He's also he's the real cat daddy over there in Alvazra. He's got kittens he's looking after as well over there. Yeah, so a lot of this going on, and I suspect people will be sharing tips, because I mean you have nailed the problem there, or go to the source of the problem, which is of course to, as well as feeding the cats, to make sure they don't proliferate, because they have their cat colonies, and one thing leads to another, doesn't it? And once they get that hierarchy of needs met, when they set themselves up on a street corner, and here I think is an address. Oh, here we go.
Ira, okay. Yes, I know what Maria means now. Intervenção e resgate animal. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sorry. I'm tired. Sorry. Yeah, I know what it is.
Okay.
I know what it is. The problem is that IRA in general only intervenes in the south, like Lisbon area and around. So I don't think they will help with the castration. They are really great at rescuing, and when there are problems, sometimes they do come to the north of Portugal if there is like a big problem, like it was last year with this shelter that burned. I don't know if you remember that.
That was awful, wasn't it? Yeah,
it was horrible. So then they did come. But in general, I don't think they come, for example, just to neuter or to pick up the cats to take to the vet. And I don't know. But thank you. Might be a...
And also a volunteering opportunity for expats too, to go and work at an intervença or resgate animal.
They are, I think. And also in any other association next to your house is here in Portugal.
Yeah,
All help is welcome again.
yeah.
I was even one time trying to, because I also have a dog and I rescued her from a shelter also in Trofa, which is near Porto. And basically, there the animals are in the cages like all year round. They only come out like one day or something per year. Is crazy. And I
Oh,
was trying also to organize before this COVID, organize a party to go there and walk the animals every week or something, because I felt so sorry. Like, imagine living behind bars and you did nothing wrong. So
yes, indeed.
just it's really sad. So I
Yeah,
might be picking that up again after this, hopefully, because now it's a bit complicated. But yeah,
of course.
you
A
can
dog
always
party.
help
Yes,
somehow.
indeed, absolutely. Yeah, good point there. And here's we can tie that up with this. So if ever you invest in Mia's language courses, you pretty much know that she's going to be spending some of her money on looking after animals. I suspect. Um,
Yes.
yes, learn Portuguese and feed a kitten. What better marketing strategy could you want than that? Olá, boa alegria from Warwickshire. Good to see you both looking well. Thank you, Adrian. Adrian,
Thank you. Obrigada.
I suspect he's talking about more about you than me there, Mia.
I'm not looking so good. I'm so like,
Can Mia explain the rates for her courses, the levels, etc., and how it works? I would be an absolute beginner. So yes, I mean we haven't. That's something we've left out really. How does your system work, and what levels are there? Are you happy to go through that with us?
yeah, sure. So I have levels A1 to B2. So A1 and A2 are the beginners levels. So A1 is for absolute beginners, so could be for Adrian. And I have bundles, so you can buy the A1, A2, and the B1, B2. So you would have the beginners bundle and the intermediate bundle.
Mhm.
Or you can also buy all of them together. That's also an option. And so those were my first courses, let's say. And I have now another core course, which is the speech course. And this speech course is going to teach you all about the sounds of Portuguese, all those tricky sounds like the O that I said before, and the and the new, and the lhu, all of this and much more, like how to say the vowels in different words and so on. And also, I analyze actually with the students how natives really speak. So I put some videos and I break down, because like when you hear native speakers, it's everything put together and then you're like, what's happening? So
Yes.
it happens to all of us learning languages. So there is this speech course that will help you with that. And
Yeah.
then I also have story time, which is like you learn Portuguese through stories. So through Portuguese stories that I wrote, and then you are asked to interact with the stories, and it's good, especially if you're already at a higher level. But also if you're at the beginners level, it's also good to start and listening to the language in a more natural way, right? And
Yes.
then what I did, actually, it's my my baby course, because it's the newest course. I put my core courses together. So there is a course called All in One Portuguese course, and I put all these core courses together. So the master course with levels A1 to B2, where you learn about grammar and vocabulary and a little bit of pronunciation as well. And then the speech course is also there, and story time worth 1 year of stories is also there. And also I have a lot of bonuses like dialogues with audio, and 101 language learning, which is kind of giving you a little bit of the motivation, and telling you that you can also learn a language even if you feel that you can't. So I'm going there a little bit more behind the scenes and letting you know why you can do that. It's just a curiosity thing. And I have a really good bonus, in my opinion, which is like a 6-month roadmap to fluency, which means that, I planned for you 6 months so you can go from 0 to the B2 level using my courses and some other, the bonuses and some other things that I propose, so that you can learn Portuguese within 6 months. Now, I obviously cannot promise that you're going to be fluent in 6 months, right? Because it will also depend a lot on the person and the work that you're willing to put in it. But
Yes.
yeah, I give you the tools to do that. And that's my all-in-one Portuguese course. And yeah, I have an offer for that as well. I don't
Okay.
know.
Well, I think if I've put a link in the we work in collaboration with Mia, and there's a link on the screen and in the comments. So click on that, and you get a bit of a discount going via that link. And I think
That's for the A1 course, right?
okay,
So
yeah,
if people want to try the A1 course, by the way, all my courses come with a 30-day money back guarantee. So if for any reason you don't like me as a teacher or otherwise, you can always return the course and you'll get your money back. And there is no questions asked, nothing. I'm not going to be like,
ooh, I tell you.
why?
Yeah, it's a big argument. Why don't you like
No.
my course? Okay.
Why don't you like it? No,
Yeah.
I won't do that. So yeah, you can just try it out and that's it. And you see if you
All
like
right.
it. And this offer that you have as an extra discount for the expats Portugal people that are
Yeah.
here, and
Yeah.
it's gonna be on until tomorrow. I think we made this a special.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Well,
so
let me put that in the comments again. I think yeah, try that, folks, and see if that takes you to the right place. But open it up in a new tab. Don't go anywhere this morning, because we've got lots of lovely questions to address, and we're going to be singing happy birthday as well. We should probably be getting on with that. It's already 9:30, but we've got lots of lovely questions coming in. So I hope that helps, Adrian, with your inquiry there. From everyone, which is a confusing YouTube name, but this is from everyone. Someone called everyone. Bon dia from Finemundi, sunny Sagres. Is that the end of the world? I guess.
yeah, in
Yeah.
Latin. In
Yes,
Latin.
of course. And Sagres would be that, wouldn't it? What an amazing
Yeah.
vantage point looking out over the Atlantic from Sagres. So Sagres Point representing in the house.
Yo!
Paul and Louise, look, this is a good student, right? They've rephrased themselves, taken on board your corrections there. So
Just one little correction more. It's a está.
esta, sta. Okay, so not esta, sta.
It's because you have to kind of conjugate the verb in the third person, but that's exactly the verb I was talking about. So well done.
Perfect. So well done, Paul and Louise. Just one more correction on that. ESTA, would that be?
Yeah, with an accent, like a stress mark.
Okay. So do that again, and then it'll embed. Paul and Louise this morning. Bon dia todos from Alyssa. We'll go on to that, your further comment, which is fantastic, in just a moment, Alyssa, because every time I see Alyssa's name on the screen, I'm trying to figure out how to say it, and you're going to help me this morning, I hope. A familia Lucas, lol, sitting in the cafe using forms of to be. I mean, if anybody wants to join my philosophy group to do that, I mean, we're going to have some great evenings doing that, aren't we? Also, St. George's Day today. So, yes, well, good choice, Gary Austin. Expats everywhere. Hey, good morning, Josh and Kaylee. Look at them showing off. Look at them showing off there. That is the real question.
Very, very good. Very well. Se eu não estar, essa é a questão. Yeah, that's a really cool headline somehow for I don't know.
Use that? Let's see if we can get permission to use that or borrow that from Josh and Kaylee. Thank you for that. Bon dia from a moist Perafita. Briefly, because I have a work meeting in a few minutes. At least I'll learn how to say happy birthday. And it's depression for Mia. What does that mean? Because of your pronunciation, possibly?
No, maybe because of this. Yeah, it's the anticyclone that I was kind of wanting to say.
Oh, of course. Okay.
I think it's the depression. That's exactly it. Yes, depressão. Yeah, we also have that. Thank you, Peter. Obrigada.
It's CSI in the comments, isn't it? A forensic understanding of what's been said 20 minutes ago.
I think that's what he means. Maybe he means that I'm depressed.
Yeah. That's right. No. No. You're surrounded by kittens. How could you possibly be depressed? He's talking about.
No, I meant depressive. Maybe I'm making people depressed with the pronunciation.
Let's find out, Peter. Surely that's not the case, right? Thank you, Ginny, Carl, and Mia. It's a pleasure. De nada, Gary Austin. A bon dia from Joel, one of your neighbours up there in Porto. Expats say Sousa because of the American marching band composer. Oh, they say
Sousa, right?
Yeah. Okay.
It's the guy that's made the I
Oh, I
think
see.
so.
Okay, is it really? Right, okay.
I
You learned
think so,
every day.
yeah.
All right, every day's a school day, some more intense than others, but we're learning a lot this morning. Carl, on the name topic, could you please ask Mia to explain? No, I don't know if this is for me or for her, but either way, it's useful. So she would be called. So when I first looked at this name, I thought, okay, she's called Bread. She could be half Portuguese, half British. The name Mole could be British, couldn't it? But is it Palmole or Palmole? What's going on here?
Pão mole. Mole.
Palmole. Mole is a Portuguese word, then, is it?
Yes, mole means soft.
So she's
It's
soft bread.
like, yes,
At
it's
least
the opposite of duro. So duro, if you have pão duro, it means that the bread is already hard, so it's already not good for eating. If you have pão mole, mole is like soft. You can eat
oh,
it.
lovely. And given the choice of the two, you probably would want to be called soft bread rather than hard bread, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I
That
think
was,
so.
that was your nickname. Here comes old
Yeah.
hard bread.
Does this come from Alentejo? It sounds like a name that would come from Alentejo because they have really funny names there, like interesting names.
Interesting.
Interesting names. No, I really find them interesting. It's much nicer than just the common ones. Pão mole is really an interesting name.
Well, we could actually start giving each other nicknames like this, couldn't we, on an Alentejiano basis? That could be good fun in our man cave, actually, to come up with some Portuguese names for each other. But there you go, Pomol, soft bread. How lovely, Elisa. And now, if to say that name correctly with the Portuguese pronunciation, would she be Elisa?
Elisa.
Elisa. Okay. Oh,
Elisa pão mole.
Lisa Pommel. So here we go. I think we've cracked that now. And I expect she lives in Birmingham. I expect the Brummies have a bit of a problem with trying to say that.
Yeah.
I
Oh man.
wonder what happens in Birmingham on a daily basis pronouncing that name. Bon dia, Hollanda. From
Hollanda has an H still. We don't read it, but it's there. Hollanda.
Okay. Where is that?
Holland.
From Holland, of course. I thought it sounded to me.
I think so. I'm assuming.
I thought it was in the Algarve, but obviously, yes, you're right.
I don't think so. I think it's
You're
Hollanda.
right. You're right. From Belgium this morning, Johnny is here as well. Bom dia, Mia. E a todos. Mia, just watched your video. É que difícil. But now I understand. So,
okay, this was my last YouTube video. Go and check it out as well if you want. My last or the one before the last, which is I'm teaching you why we use this é que in questions. So in WH questions, when we ask, o que é que estás a fazer? What are you doing? Instead of just o que estás a fazer. I don't know if you heard this already, but we put é que in many questions, and I'm explaining there why we do that.
Okay, that's good to know because it's a very interesting word, isn't it? And I remember some lessons I had some time ago with quite a formal lady. She had a very particular way of pronouncing que, and she would make me say it over and over again. Que. Yeah. And it's quite difficult to get your head and mouth around, but I remember.
But you nailed it, so she did something right.
Boom! Thank you so much for that, lady. Well, at least, says Joe, I know for sure that Carl will always butcher my last name. So join the club for all the people whose names I've butchered like that. I'm so sorry.
What's the last name? Do you remember?
Yes, and I'll do it now. I'll butcher it now for you if you like. Miliages, I think, and he'll be laughing. Pop it in, Joe. Put it in the comments, please. And I'll get
Carl also does the same with my last name, so
exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why.
It's very hard. My last name, to be honest.
Well, I feel a little bit better when people say that. But I want to do it. I want to, and also if you keep saying it wrong, you kind of train yourself to say it wrong, and then you can't say it right. It's difficult. Morning all. It's a habit, as the Portuguese in the US are called Sousa, and apparently in the UK too. That's right. That's right. That's my excuse anyway. Thank you for that, Donna. Ira is a non-profit with aggressive posture against bad animal owners. They rescue pets and they have started to intervene in Porto too. Thank you Carl, for that. So Carl is a Russian collaborator and could also be a member of the IRA. Stop it, Gary. That's not.
To be honest, when I saw IRA at first, I thought about the organization, in Ireland back then. Right?
Yeah.
No, that's what I was thinking, and then I couldn't remember the Intervenção Animal, of course.
Yes, I feel like I should explain here. So IRA is definitely an animal welfare organization. And
Yes.
just to put the public record straight, when Gary calls me a Russian collaborator, it's because I did a voiceover of a Russian audiobook. Not in Russian, I hasten to add, because I hear about my Portuguese. Imagine how terrible my Russian would be. But it's an English translation of a Russian memoir, and I voiced the English version of it. That is what he's referring to when he says Russian collaboration. But because of the
You're not a spy. You just want people to know you're not a spy.
you're not helping me, and now people think I. It's like whether I'm not or I am. The idea has been seeded into people's minds now. Really, I should live in Estoril. I should live in a hotel in Estoril, shouldn't I? Just to go the whole hog and be an international man of mystery.
Yeah, I think so. Definitely.
All right. There's also an organization called Neutering Ninjas.
Wow.
That's quite funny though, isn't it?
It is quite funny. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, nobody would want to meet them as a human being on the way home from the pub, would they? So they're on Facebook, and they work providing very cheap animals. That's right. It's okay. I don't intend to have any more children. Please leave me alone. They are based near Lisbon too, though. Okay, so in the south, they're Neutering Ninjas. You don't forget a name like that. Bon dia, Maria. Sorry.
You know what? Sorry. Do you know who's calling me? This lady here is the one that has a birthday today. So she's calling me.
But when we do the happy birthday, but you could call her back and we could
yeah.
feel free. Okay. So the Maria before the Souza is the chef de cuisine in central Portugal. Excellent. Okay. So we're making connections this morning. That's great. DJ is here as well. Como está? The more formal version of how are you, of course, which is good to say, isn't it? From time to time. Yeah. Is it one-to-one or group work? Are they live lessons or recorded and self-guided?
Okay, so my lessons are all recorded and self-guided. However, I'm always in the background responding to your questions, and you have a group where you can post your questions, and you have my email, and I'm always there. So
there you go.
I did it in a way that you can self-guide very well, and it has been working really well for a lot of people. So
there you go.
Yeah.
It happens even to Portuguese. This is very accommodating, forgiving when you realize that even Portuguese people can't understand each other. So Madeirense or an Açoriano may well not be able to understand each other or somebody from the continental Portugal, right?
Yeah. I think we have a hard time understanding people from the Azores, not the entirety of Azores, but from São Miguel. It's really a nice accent there. I really like it.
We were with Captain Les Gallagher, who has a bar in Horta yesterday morning. What an amazing man he is! And it sounded like the life in the Azores is so great, so place to be and live. And it's like a third of the way. It's 1,000 miles from Portugal, isn't it? You think of it as a collective country, but they're a long way away. It's very fascinating.
Yeah.
Susan's here. Good morning, Portugal. From Susan. Good morning to you, Susan. How many hours per day would it take to become fluent in 6 months? Good question from Carolyn. Using your all-in-one.
I did it that you have to study like 1 hour per day, But again, it will depend on you, because like maybe for you it works that you want to work more or less. And then, okay, if you work less than 1 hour, probably you will need a little bit more time, but also like it's not a marathon, but this is just a suggestion, and I do it in classes of 1 hour, more or less. So
okay. Yeah.
5 days a week.
Okay, so roughly speaking, an hour a day it's based on, but you can accelerate or decelerate as you wish.
Exactly.
Definitely need some tutoring on language. Hey, Thane, good morning to you. Looks like I will be contacting Mia soon. Yes, don't delay. As you can see, a well-loved teacher with some amazing resources. I've been to the end of the world, says Mark. I have this is sitting cross-legged, talking about the Portuguese to be or not to be, I think. Amazing to see locals angling off the top of 60-meter cliffs. Yes. I mean, can you imagine being a fish being winched 60 meters from the sea? That's quite something. Expats everywhere, permission granted. So go ahead, use that to be or not to be there. That is
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, Josh and Kaylee. Why would anyone want to learn that daft language? Lol, says Carlos Vitor is here causing trouble this morning, I think. Are you talking about Portuguese or Russian? I'm not sure. Paul and Louise, last try. Is that right?
You
Yes.
nailed it. You made it.
Well done. There's a lesson you'll
Well
never.
done. Well
Very
done.
good. Muito bom, muito bom. Obrigado, Mia from Paul and Louise there. So
Nada.
here's the name.
Milhazes.
Milhazes. I'm sure that's what I say.
You did,
Milhazes.
kinda, yeah.
Unless we
Kinda.
both. Yeah, okay. My last name is so hard to pronounce that only 80 people have it. It's like now against the law. It's so difficult to say.
You know, I think like with my name is more or less the same here in Portugal. I think it's even less than that here in Portugal.
Oh,
Around
really?
the world,
Okay.
I think there's more, but here in Portugal.
And one more time, please. The correct pronunciation of your name.
My name?
Yeah.
Esmeriz.
Esmeriz. It's the rising ish at the end, isn't it? That failed.
Esmeriz. Yeah.
Ishmarish. Okay. He also is urging us to the equivalent of the era in Portugal would have been the
Uh,
FP. I don't understand. Oh, I see. Okay, so that's a terrorist group. I
yeah.
thought you were reminding us that the great commemoration
Do you
anniversary.
think that Facebook or something is going to shut us down because we keep speaking about terrorist groups?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. You say that jokingly, but I mean this can happen, can't it? So if we are lost at any moment, blame Joel this morning for raising the game with mentioning terrorist organisations. But 25 de Abril we should mention because it's just a
Yeah.
couple of days away. Very important, the commemoration of the Carnation Revolution, which to me is one of the most beautiful moments of human history. That there was
Yeah.
pretty much a bloodless revolution that could be celebrated around the world as the way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
To change a regime in the way that happened in 1974 on the 25th of April.
Exactly.
So spot on, Mia. Dad's side of the family originates from Viana do Alentejo. There you go,
There
Pamola.
you go.
Yes, very good. She's good, isn't she? And hangs around with. Oh, stop it! I'm not even going to read that out. It's sending the ticker tapes and the meters going mad all over the surveillance systems of the world. Soriano's got a French accent, says Carlos.
They do. They have influence. That's true.
It's a bit of a patois going on there.
I think they sound a bit like the Scottish. I'm sorry if there's any Scottish out there, but
The guy who I was talking to yesterday, he's a charter boat captain. And I couldn't help but think of, is it Robert Shaw in Jaws? You know, the really cool guy. We're going to need a bigger boat. You know, that guy. So have you seen Jaws, the movie?
Jaws. Ah, yeah.
You know, the really cool boat owner? Captain
You
Les.
know, I've seen it a long time ago when I was a kid, and I don't remember. I remember his face, but I don't know what's his name or.
Well, actually, see, I think the Azorianos must talk a bit like Robert Shaw, I think he's called, the actor. They're really cool. You know, this guy owns a bar. He owns a fishing boat. He draws pictures, beautiful illustrations of fish, and he talks really coolly. And, you know, come and have a drink in the bar. I think the Azorians, I think, are a pretty cool race or subset of the Portuguese people. Looking forward to starting Portuguese classes, says Susan, still butchering Finnish at present.
Oh, Finnish. That's a hard language. I know a little bit of Estonian, which is similar. So
Really?
I know.
My goodness. Okay. 80 people is a worldwide number, not bragging at all, says Joel. Milhares or whatever it is. Lol.
Milhazes.
Milhares. I still remember that movie, Jaws. The fishing boat wasn't big enough. Shark was still hungry. That's right. We're going to need a bigger boat. Okay. It's that special time now to turn our attention because this is going to take a while, I think, isn't it? Maybe when we've nailed it, we can ring your friend back and sing a happy birthday. She will not know what is going on
No.
if this crowd starts singing happy birthday from their various parts of the world this morning, but she'll feel the vibes of that. So let me put the lyrics in one more time. Parabéns a você is pretty straightforward, isn't it? Congratulations to you, right?
Congratulations to you. Parabéns a você.
Parabéns a você. Okay, so that's the easy bit. Sorry, it's all gone in one big chunk of happy birthday here.
Yeah.
To change the how it's sort of coming out on the screen. So the next part, nesta data querida.
That means, do you know?
No.
Or do you want me to tell you?
This is a dear. No, I don't know. Querida is dear, isn't it? I know that.
Yeah. So in this, so nesta, it's actually two things put together. It's em, which is in, and esta, which is this. So in this, dear date. So in
Yeah.
this sweet date, something like this, because
Oh, how lovely.
the
Okay.
date today is the date of your birthday, kind of
Yes,
thing.
the data querida. Oh, data, of course, the date. This dear date. Okay, so happy birthday to you on this special day or this special date. Muitas felicidades. So that's pretty straightforward, isn't it?
Muitas felicidades.
Yeah.
That's like many congratulations or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. Felicitations, even. We could go
Yeah,
direct from that. Yeah.
felicitations. Mhm.
Muitas felicitations. Muitos anos de vida. So lots of years of life, many years of
Yes, so you are wishing the person to have a lot of years to live still, like, like many years of life. It's what we are wishing for this person, which means like, you know, we hope that you live a long life, something
That's
like that.
beautiful. This is already better than squash tomatoes and stew, as far as I'm concerned. Have you heard that version?
No.
So there is a version, and this is so much better, so much more poetic and beautiful, and much more of an affirmation of goodness than "Happy birthday to you, squash tomatoes and stew. You look like a monkey and you live in the zoo." That's not. That's
I
not.
think I've heard this now
Yeah,
that you say.
that's. I mean, I'll be singing that to Gary, obviously, because he's a mate. But this is officially we'll be singing this version. Muito anos de vida. Hoje é dia de festa. So
Hoje,
today's
hoje é dia de festa. Hoje é dia de festa. Do you know what that means?
yes, this is a day of partying, right?
Yeah,
A
exactly.
festival day, a festival day. Okay, great. Cantam as nossas almas. So sing,
Cantam as nossas almas.
cantam as nossas almas. So sing our souls, yeah?
So our souls are singing, yeah, or
Yeah.
sing. Mhm.
That's beautiful. I mean, there's so much in this, isn't there?
It's a
But
poem on itself.
yes, para o menino. So for our
Menino, menino.
para o menino. So what's that for our friend or
For
for
the boy, actually, or for the girl. I don't know. On your birthday, you are always a boy or a girl. Like there is no man or woman. You're a boy. I'm a
okay?
girl.
Yep.
So
So for Gary, para o menino, for him
menino, be
and
careful.
menina. So
Because you're saying menino, like if there is an
oh,
NH, but there is no NH, is menino.
that's my linguistic predictive text kicking in.
Exactly.
So, yeah, yeah. I'm trying to say the right thing and then getting it wrong. Okay. Uma salva de palmas.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what's happening. I think
It keeps everyone on their toes. It's quite. It's like a red cross. Like, oh my god, what's happening? Uma salva de palmas. That I don't know.
Uma salva de palmas. Uma salva de palmas is literally. Do you have a name for when a lot of people are clapping?
I guess a round of applause.
Yeah, exactly. Around.
A round of applause. This gets better and better the deeper we go into it. Hoje ou faz anos.
So
So
this here, Uma salva de palmas, is the last verse of the first part of the song. So some people stay here; they don't sing the rest that comes after.
okay. So we're going to go for the extended 12-inch version of Happy
So
Birthday.
because you say Uma salva de palmas, everyone claps.
You can leave
And
it there.
then you can sing the next part or not. Some people do. In my family, they do. We sing the whole thing, and in other families, not so much. But we can go on.
Look at this. Carl, pronunciation kills me. I'm doing my best here, honestly. So, so let's go back to it. At least I've got your name right, I think, now. Okay, and Peter's back with us now, wondering what on earth is going on. So he's back again in Perafita, learning how to sing Happy Birthday with us this morning. So, okay, every birthday party I've been to, they've sung the whole thing. They've not stopped at Uma Salva de Palmas, okay?
Okay.
And that's where you feel really embarrassed because it's like, okay, yeah, they're finishing now. We can just clap and eat cake. And it's like, oh no, they're starting up again with Hoje faz anos. Is that right?
Hoje o
Hoje, oh,
Gab. What's the name of your friend that has a birthday? Sorry.
Gary.
Gary. Então,
Yeah.
you would say hoje o Gary faz anos, so that means today it's Gary's birthday.
Yeah.
Because to have a birthday in Portuguese is fazer anos.
Yeah.
So we say like to make years, something like that, if you were literally translating it.
Well, that
So,
makes sense.
yeah. So today is Gary's birthday.
Yeah. Deus assim quis.
You know what it means?
Why God? Why God? I don't know. Sorry, no. I
Not
don't.
why, because it's not a question. It's
Oh,
a statement.
yep.
So porque, it's
Porque, because of course it is. Yes. Oh dear.
because God
Because-
so wanted it. You know, like
oh,
because God
beautiful.
wanted it so.
Yes, there you go,
Wanted
Gary.
it this way because assim is this way or so,
I
and
see.
quiche is he wanted
He's
or she
definitely
wanted
he's definitely a quiche man. So
in this
porque
case
Deus
it's he wanted.
assim quiche. Oh, okay, beautiful. And o que nos desejamos.
O que nós desejamos, what we wish,
What we wish, e que seja feliz, is to be
é,
happy.
é que,
And to be happy. What we wish and to be happy.
yeah, what we wish is for him to be happy.
Yes. Oh, this is beautiful. It is a poem as well as a song, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Tenha tudo de bom.
Tenha
That-
tudo de bom is may he have all good things, something like
oh,
this.
de que é vida and life to continue, Miss.
Now, do que a vida contém means of what life contains. So may he have everything good of what life contains. So may he have all good things from life, basically like this.
I'm actually getting quite worried about singing all of this now. But anyway, I'm going to do it for you, Gary. Tenha muita saúde. Oh, of course, to have much good health.
Yeah,
E amigos também, and friends as well.
exactly.
This is beautiful. This is beautiful. And Joel was saying something along the lines of, I don't sing. Oh, yes, I'm like Pedro Brunhosa.
Ah,
I don't sing, I recite. I mean, this
well done.
it would sound beautiful voiced, wouldn't it, as well as sung?
Pedro Brunhosa, do you know him?
No, I don't. No, we obviously need to look him up. Sounds like a cool cat, right?
Yeah, he's really cool. He's from here, from where I live. He lives here around, and he is right because he doesn't really like he sings, but it really sounds more like reciting than singing. But he's like his lyrics and everything is really awesome. I really like it.
Oh,
Like
it's
him.
like when yes, like Captain Kirk when he sang. I can't remember what it was though, but when Captain Kirk, I can't remember. William Shatner has a
Yeah.
reciting rather than singing voice, and he's done
Mhm.
some amazing songs like that. Okay,
Yeah.
understood. I missed a bit of this one. So bread and butter from the gutter. You see, it
Ah.
doesn't compare at all, does it? I mean, it's actually quite rude, and the Portuguese version is very beautiful. I feel quite moved by the how poetic and feeling the Portuguese version is compared to the awful one.
But we also have a little bit there that sometimes kids change into
Yeah,
tenha tudo de bom, do que a vida contém, tenha muita saúde e amigos também. Faz anos porque Deus assim quis. O que nós desejamos é que parta o nariz. And that é que parta o nariz means is that she or he breaks his nose or her nose. So because it rhymes, sometimes kids change it around a bit.
kids are awful, aren't they? Feliz aniversario, Mia.
My birthday was already back in September, but okay.
We'll take it. We'll take it. Also, I've heard you look like a monkey and smell like one too.
Yeah, I think I've heard this too.
Yeah, yeah.
By the way, about wishing happy birthday in Portugal, you can't wish happy birthday before the birthday of the person because
Oh,
we say that's not good luck. So, for example, now someone says Feliz aniversario, Mia. I'm taking it for last year, but not for next year. You get it? Or for this year.
no, that's very good, and that could be a cultural faux
Yeah,
pas.
this is a cultural thing. So
Yes, indeed. So we'll remember that expats and those learning Portuguese and integrating into Portuguese culture do not wish a happy birthday in advance because people will be awkward if you do that, and you might not know why. Webcam needs. I mean, that is a great moment, isn't it? When it gets awkward and you don't know why. It's like, what did I do? What did I just say or do?
The wind in the desert.
Tumbleweed. Yes, the tumbleweed moment. It's like, that person never rings me or says hello in the street anymore. Webcam needs a old traditional fix with a hammer. You can't, just because you've got a hammer doesn't mean everything is a nail, Joel. Pronunciation kills me. I'm doing my best here.
But I don't think she's saying that your pronunciation kills her. Is she?
I
Because
think
there's a
she's quite rude.
comma there.
We've only just met, really, and she's very rude to me, I have to say. Or no, you see, it's all relative. She's just being Portuguese and direct with me. She doesn't mean it badly. She's just being very direct.
You think we are direct
Yes,
to you?
yes.
To you?
No, and like I say, it's relative. If you hear a couple of Portuguese people talking to each other, and you think, "Oh dear, what's happening? This is terrible. Something awful has happened. I hope they make it up to each other." And haven't you said this? Your boyfriend's heard you talking to somebody on the phone, and it's like, "What's wrong?"
Yeah, direct. Yeah, like we are like, yeah.
Yes, that's right.
I
And
thought you meant because I was living in Holland and they are direct, man. They are direct. They
that's
will
true.
tell you like,
Yeah.
you
I,
look bad today.
yes, I think in the hierarchy of directness, the Dutch probably are at the top, and then the Portuguese would be next, and then the English would be way down. Yeah, because
I was very sensitive in Holland sometimes, and people told me things. I was like, okay, take it
well,
easy.
you don't know yourself, do you? Because it's just
No,
the water
that's
you
true.
swim in. And
That's true.
when I see Portuguese men talking to each other, especially if they're brothers as well, it's like
Oh
I've
yeah.
seen this. It's like, no, that's not right. And that wouldn't to me that wouldn't happen. You'd find a different sort of euphemism in England for saying, "Well, I'm not sure I agree with you," and it'll be all sort of like, why don't you just sort of be like Portuguese guys and say, "No, that's not right. It's this." And then they say, "No, that's not right either." The other brother will then step in and say, "No, you're both wrong. It's this." And it's done with complete sort of authority and directness. And it's like, oh, this could get a bit eggy here. But it's just how they relate and talk to each other. No problem.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. I don't do anniversaries. I just level up, says Joel. He's enjoying himself
Me
this
too. Now
morning.
I also do that.
Yeah. And then they repeat it again and again. Yes, there's another cultural insight. So not only do you not know the words and you're standing there not knowing the words, they start again, the Portuguese people singing happy birthday, faster and faster, clapping and cheering, and you haven't and you're just praying and waiting for the bit where you can go, yay, at the end.
And also you can eat cake finally.
Finally. This is a very special day. Thank you, everyone, and God. He's giving an Oscar. He's receiving you thank your agent and everyone here and God as well. Cheers, Gary. Like Rex Harrison. Yes, like Rexy Harrison. Do you know, when I was a postman in Devon, I used to deliver post to what was Rex Harrison's house. Beautiful, amazing. What a character. You know so many characters, Thane. And of course, Noel Harrison, his son, recorded the amazing "Like a Circle in a Spiral, Like a Wheel Within a Wheel." Sorry, Mia, I'll move on. Alyssa, don't be afraid of making
sing very well.
The Portuguese language consonants aren't the easiest to learn fluently. Thank you, Alyssa.
No, they're not.
Here we go, some full-on Portuguese here. Olá, minha amiga Gail Tavares, linking somebody into the conversation here. Just don't tell Carl what. Should I read? Shall I read that out? Is that too rude?
No, you can.
Okay, mal morta is, what does that mean? What's
Mal Morta is the name of a band, and it means dead hand.
Ooh, okay, that's gothic band.
When we are kids, we have a thing which is like you pick up the kids' hands and you say like mão morta, vai bater aquela porta.
Oh, I see. And then you hit somebody with the dead hand.
With a dead hand. So as kid, you have to let your hand limp. And
yes,
then,
I could do that.
Dead hand, go and hit that door.
We've learned some terrible things about Portuguese children this morning. Okay, actually, us grown-ups, now we're catching up. Given that we are linguistically children, we can practice that. So when we have our next man cave meetup, we'll do the dead hand thing just for a bit of fun to get the party. Can you imagine that? If we're spotted, that's not going to help expats in Portugal, is it? To be seen doing the dead hand thing to each other, grown men. So maybe we shouldn't do that.
That would be funny. I would find it funny.
Okay, we'll video it for you. All this happy birthday squash tomatoes takes me back to Ed Stewart on Junior Choice. Hello, darling. Yes, on the radio in my younger days. Yes, indeed. Absolutely, Peter. There's a little bit of a reminisce there for us both. Sorry, I got it wrong. Same here in Finland. I wonder what Susan is.
The happy birthday.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh yes, of course. Yes.
It's okay. It's
Always
okay.
will ask you. Glad you didn't take it personally, Carl. By nature, I'm direct. I have noticed an outspoken type of catheter. I think she's almost put there. An outspoken type of character in comparison with the Brits. We are more direct. You see, she agrees with me on that.
Yeah, I think the Brits are not direct at all. Very
Yeah,
saying things without saying it.
yeah, and you know what they want to say, don't you? And I
Yeah.
can understand why Portuguese people just why don't you just say it? Why don't you say that you're unhappy about it rather than like, ooh, I'm a little displeased. I think I'm going to put the kettle on. Okay, just say you peed off, for heaven's sakes. I'm friends with Noel Harrison's daughter. We work together at Warner Brothers. Amazing Thane. We're going to get you on the show at some point to talk about your amazing connections and anecdotes from your time in the music biz. Donna Gail is here now. Look, she got linked in the comments, and now she's here. Gail Tavares is here. Another great Portuguese name, very popular in America, and even a band in the UK called Tavares. An old Portuguese lady sang "Happy Birthday" to me in Firenze. She put blessings on my head. Didn't understand a word, but a sweet memory. Yeah, absolutely. Blessings on the head are always good with a little bit of a linda. Are you sure, Carl, you want to do that? What am I?
Are you?
Is it?
You have okay about that.
It could be any number of things this morning. Doc looks like he has a heavy hand as well. Back again. Oh, look, so he's been out for his constitutional. You're back in time to sing happy birthday to Gary. Back again with a very needed coffee, enjoying Mia's pronunciation. It's not mine, clearly. It's the most difficult part of the language for me. So I'm going to murder happy birthday now whilst Mia sings it perfectly. And you're not allowed to just sit and watch and laugh at home, especially you, Alyssa, as we sing happy birthday. Are you going to ring your friend up? Or will that be
I was just trying to see because she was writing me.
Okay.
Okay.
Is she a Maria?
Sorry?
Is she a Maria, your friend?
No, she's Anna.
Anna, I beg your pardon. Okay.
I will bring her.
Okay, this is an exciting radio first here.
Do you hear?
Yep.
It's so like if you are in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and you're calling home.
Except one big difference. There's no chance of her winning a million.
Helena.
Parabéns.
Você nesta data querida, muitas felicidades, muitos anos de vida. Hoje é dia de festa, cantam as nossas almas para a menina Ana e menino Gavin. Uma salva de palmas. Pois Ana faz anos porque Deus assim quis. O que nós desejamos é que seja feliz, tenha tudo de bom do que a vida contém, tenha muita saúde e amigos também. Ana, parabéns. Eu estou aqui live com o Carl, por isso eu já te ligo outra vez, está bem? Beijinhos.
Beijinhos, parabéns.
Beijinhos do Carl e de todos, parabéns. Obrigada.
De nada. Bom dia.
Okay, that was a very
odd.
You know.
That's a birthday she won't forget, right? Online class and singing.
Yeah, it's gonna be immortalized in the world of the internet.
Absolutely, on YouTube. There you go. I don't feel that the Portuguese are so direct. They may talk loud, but are very polite. Dutch people talk sometimes direct, like they talk to family and friends, but they don't mean to offend. Belgians are more like Portuguese. I think it's all relative, isn't it? Happy birthday, Anna and Gary. Have a great day from Susan.
Yes, happy birthday, Gary. I think I said Gavin. I meant Gary. I don't know.
Well, there's probably a Gavin tuned in as well, who by some quirk of statistics or mathematics or date of birth might be enjoying their birthday today. Happy birthday to you, Gavin, wherever wherever you are, whoever you are, having some very strange looks from other customers at the coffee shop. Excellent, Ian. That's exactly what we like. Fantastic from Gary Austin. Have a great day, mate. Thoroughly enjoyed the show. I'm at work. Happy birthday for the anniversary contestants. Very good. Got to go. Cheers, Alyssa. Look forward to bantering with you again about the Portuguese language and my terrible pronunciation. Mia, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bom fim de semana to you.
Bom fim de semana.
We have loads of links in the comments to enroll on Mia's wonderful Esmeriz Academy. So yes, please take a look.
Tomorrow you have a bigger discount if you're here from the Expats Portugal. So go ahead, click that link. And if you want to help me with the kittens, you also know what to do. And I appreciate any help. Learning your Portuguese is my Instagram. You can also learn a lot about Portuguese and Portugal there. So
wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much,
Thank
Mia.
you.
Bom fim de semana. Ciao, ciao.
Bom fim de semana. Ciao.